Hi guys, I think my power went out and it doesn't look like it's come back on. So I'm gonna film my video for you guys. It's probably because of how hot it is and the smoke from Canada's wildfires that stopped and has now started up again. Yeah, it's unsafe air quality around here. So I'm staying inside and I'm filming a video for you. So we're talking about Degrassi Season 3 characters. So let's go down the list and talk about my opinion of them in Season 3. Joey. I still like Joey in Season 3. I still think he's a really good father figure to Craig. And he definitely helps Craig out a lot this season, and we definitely get to see the deeper connection that Joey's making with Craig. Caitlin. I like Caitlin. Her being hung up on Joey is a little bit much at times, but every other aspect of Caitlin that doesn't have to do with Joey is good. I know we don't see much of that because we're mostly seeing the Caitlin-Joey drama, but Caitlin without Joey is still good. Spike. I love Spike. Like, there's never a time that I don't like Spike. Like, Spike has always been one of my favorite characters, and she's still seen as a good mother to Emma. Paige. Paige in this season is, yeah, she's calmed down a lot from who she used to be. I don't appreciate Paige, like being rude to Ashley when Ashley's going through it, but at the same time, Ashley should have gotten over it. So it's like I kind of agree and don't agree with Paige and, Craig. I do not like Craig Season 3. Obviously, he's a cheater. This is when I started to kind of fall off liking Craig, because he started doing dumbass shit. And if you do dumbass shit, I'm not gonna like you. Ellie. Ellie is still one of my favorite characters. I think she really has a good head on her shoulder. Some people think she may be a little harsh with Marco, saying, oh, well, we're not together. Isn't that right, Marco? But I think it was really good for Ellie to say something and to try to get people to realize that Marco and her aren't together anymore. Jimmy. I still like Jimmy. I still think he's a really good character with good character development. Especially the detention episode. You get to see a different side of characters that aren't really talked about a lot, and I feel like Jimmy's true colors really came out in that episode. Spinner. We're not going to talk about the hair, but Spinner's okay. Season 3, I don't really have much to say on Spinner Season 3, but he's okay. Hazel, again with the detention episode, you get to see more of Hazel, and I'm really glad that she's one of the people they decided to shine a spotlight on because yeah, that was Season 3. Okay, for some reason I thought it was Season 4. No, it's Season 3. So I like that they decided to shine a spotlight on her because she really is a character that deserved that. Ashley. It wasn't fair for Ashley to get cheated on. I will say that straight up. But I think that Ashley, I've been cheated on before, and I can tell you that it does get better with time. Everybody processes things differently, but I feel like Ashley was making it seem like it was the end of the world. And yes, it does hurt, but maybe it just wasn't that bad for me, but I feel like Ashley trying to make everyone else around her upset wasn't exactly the vibe. Marco. Marco really came out of his shell this season and really started to like Dylan, and I love Marco this season because I feel like he's really growing into the person that he wants to be, and he's fully accepting the fact that he is gay, or he's coming around to accept it. Terry. I still love Terry. She's still a big sweetheart, and she obviously didn't deserve what happens to her this season. It's awful. And I mean, anybody going through that, I empathize so much because I was in an abusive relationship not too long ago. And I totally sympathize, empathize with anybody going through that, and you can always get help. I'll put the DV hotline down below. I said it again so that we can put that in. Liberty. I'm still warming up to Liberty a little bit. I do know that she's not terribly horrible this season. I think this is the season where her and Tyrus get together, so not totally horrible, but I don't know, we didn't see much of Liberty in season 3. I mean, we saw her, but we didn't see that much. Toby. I also like how Toby was one of the people in the detention episode. We got to learn more about Toby, we got to learn more about him, and it made me really start to like Toby as a character. Same thing with Sean. I've always had a soft spot for Sean, but we got to learn more about him and about like his past and how he handles everything, and I think that was really good. JT. JT is still one of the almost popular kids hanging around Paige because he helped Paige, and I really like that friendship of theirs, by the way, but I know JT's just trying to get in with the popular group. Emma. Emma is worse season 3. She really comes to a head when she calls Manny a slut. That was something that I did not agree with at all. I never condone slut shaming. And I think that went a little too far. Manny. Accidents happen. Manny gets pregnant. I don't think it was good of Manny to help Craig cheat on Ashley, but that's what Manny did. That's what she decided to do. I don't think it was good, but I can't tell Manny what to do. Snake. I still like Snake. I still think he's one of the best teachers at Degrassi. I still think he really wants to make a change in the students' lives and really wants to help them. Raditch. I still don't like Raditch. Like, I still don't like him. I know this is going to become a common theme, but I still don't like him. Dylan, Paige's brother. I like Dylan. I'm one of the people that I actually like when he shows up. I like that he's trying to help Marco realize something about himself. I like that he's trying to be the person for Marco. Alex Nunez. I don't like Alex when she first showed up. I kind of thought, like, she never really did anything. She was just kind of there as Jay's girlfriend. She never really had a purpose. And so I didn't really have any connection to her. Amy, the one who started dating Sean after him and Emma broke up. I can't stand Amy. I hate her so incredibly much. Like, there was no reason for her to be there, in my opinion. Rick. I hate Rick. I think everybody can agree. Everybody who's watched Degrassi, we all hate Rick. For very obvious reasons. Kendra. I still like Kendra. I still think she's such a sweetheart. I don't know why she disappears later. Like, justice for Kendra. Jay Hogarth. I don't like Jay Hogarth. I mean, this season I don't like him because he's kind of an asshole, and I don't like asshole characters. Chris Sharp. I think he was an okay person. I definitely feel bad that Degrassi kind of black-holed him like they do everybody. But he was an okay character at first when him and Emma are starting the flirtation. He got bad later on, but he started out as good. Miss Hatsalakos. I still like Miss Hatsalakos. I still like her. I still think she's a really good teacher for the students. Mr. Armstrong. Common theme. Love Mr. Armstrong. He's one of the best teachers they have there. Miss Kwan. Again, common theme. I still like Miss Kwan. Mr. Perino. I don't like Mr. Perino when he first showed up, but again, I don't think we saw much of Mr. Perino in the third season. The fourth season is when he gets that line to Emma about her participation, but that's the fourth season, so I don't really know much about Mr. Perino in the third season. Miss Sauvé. I still think Miss Sauvé is the best counselor that school ever had. Miss Kerwin. Still don't know much about Miss Kerwin. I mean, she shows up now and again, but we see her a little bit as a mom, but not too much. Tracker. Still hate Tracker. Never liked him. Angela. Jeremiah. Sweetheart. Cutie. She's such a cutie. I'm gonna go get some water because I just realized my bottle is empty. Emma was sweet with her father, Shane, obviously being her actual father. She was sweet when she met him and she gave him a picture, an updated picture of them. And it was just really sweet to see her interact with her father like that. I hope that they made Emma and Shane keep in touch. Craig is so sweet to Joey when he tried to help their band. I think he really was, because I think Craig knew that Joey just wanted to help and he just wanted to relive those days. Spinner's very aggressive with Marco when Marco's upset, you know, the coming out, like, I'm gay. I think Spinner shouldn't have been that aggressive with Marco because, you know, obviously you can see your friend is going through something. You shouldn't just yell at them. Marco's very conflicted most of the time. And I feel really bad for this season for Marco being conflicted. He can't really talk to anybody because he doesn't know how people are going to react. So he doesn't really want to let anybody know, but he needs help type of thing. Jimmy's a good friend sticking up for Marco. And I really do like that Jimmy is sticking up for Marco and it's like, look, he's gay. Just deal with it. Jimmy saving Marco is amazing. I really like how he came after the police found Marco and he was like, look, I'm going to be here for you. I'm not going anywhere. Jimmy's an amazing friend for doing that. Sean starts hanging out with bad influences, and obviously that makes Sean change who he is, and it's not good. Ashley shouldn't have forgiven Craig. I still believe that wholeheartedly. Ashley shouldn't have forgiven Craig. And it's just, he did some bad stuff. I mean, she didn't know at the time, obviously, but it's like, Craig wasn't acting right. Craig to look Manny straight in the eye while saying, I love you to Ashley, I thought that was too rude, because you already can see on her face that she's hurt. Like, why do you have to rub it in and make it worse? Paige was good to go to for help. And I think Ellie didn't really go to her, but I think Paige was good to go to help. That's what it was. Paige was good to go to Miss Sauvé and say, look, I think my friend has a problem and we need to talk about it. And I really think Paige actually cared about Ellie to do that. Ellie opens up to Paige showing she needs help. And I really think that was a powerful moment because Ellie and Paige didn't like each other. And so for Ellie to show Paige that she needed help, she really needed help. Paige is so sweet to help Ellie, and I know they don't really see eye to eye after this, but this moment was so good to show Paige's character development. Emma made the right choice for leaving the club. After trying to get with Chris, and Emma saw that Chris had a girlfriend, she made the right choice leaving the club. I do agree with that was the right choice. Manny continued to help Craig cheat, which is bad. Like I said, Manny this season continuing to help Craig cheat on Ashley is just something that makes my opinion of Manny go down because she knew that he was in a relationship. It's not like she didn't know, she knew. Emma should not have called Manny a slut. Again, I don't condone slut shaming. If you're gonna slut shame, this channel is not for you. I've been called a slut all throughout high school being bullied, so I know how it feels. Jimmy is super supportive of Terry after the abusive relationship, and I think that's really sweet. That's another thing that I like about Jimmy is how supportive he is of his friends. So is Hazel. Obviously, I've always thought Hazel was a good friend. Hazel was a good friend to ask Terry if she was okay when the relationship was going on because I feel like a lot of people just kind of brushed it under the rug. I like how Ashley and Manny both end it with Craig. I really think it was good for them both to be like, look, you jerked us both around long enough. We're not going to take it anymore. Joey's good to talk to Craig about Joey's experience because Joey did cheat on Caitlyn, and so he's talking to Craig about that. And that is a way that he's also a good parental figure. Craig helps Joey realize his feelings for Caitlyn, which I think Joey knew there was something there, but he wasn't really seeing it from Caitlyn's end. Same storylines Joey had, they gave to Craig. I mentioned in the video, but yeah, they definitely did that on purpose. I like how Ashley slapped Craig because, you know, cheaters deserve to get slapped. Emma was nice to apologize to Chris. I think that she really was owning up for what she did and how she made Chris feel bad. Chris is a very sweet person to give Emma another chance and be like, look, I really like her. I'm going to give her another chance. Emma should have left Sean and Jay alone because she was getting herself involved with stuff that she didn't know how to deal with. Craig talks about starting a family, red flag. When Manny's pregnant, Craig is like, we can have a little family. The way he said that was just so creepy, and it just gave me sus vibes. Emma should have helped Manny when she first talked about abortion instead of telling her, no, it's wrong, you can't do that. But Emma eventually came around at the end of the episode, which I liked. Yeah, Emma standing up for Manny in the hallway was good. That's when she kind of changed her tune and was like, listen, she's my friend. Craig should not have been aggressive with Manny because it is Manny's choice. Overall, we know I'm pro-choice over here on this channel. Sean shows a soft spot for Ellie, which I think is really sweet that he actually cared about her and actually, you know, liked to talk to her. Spinner hurting Rick means he's a good friend but went about it the wrong way. Obviously, she never beat somebody up, but that shows that Spinner really cared about what happened to Terry and he was a good friend. Craig apologizes to Ashley in a song, which was nice. At least Craig apologized. You know, maybe you're not going to be forgiven, but at least if you apologize. Dylan is sweet to Marco after the awful date, which I think really shows how grown up and mature Dylan is. Emma should not have used tone with Snake about the will. Obviously, that's a hard thing for him to talk about. She shouldn't have just been like, you're gonna die, or using tone. Snake didn't tell Emma because he thought about her feelings, which is nice. He didn't want to hurt her feelings. He didn't want to make her feel bad. He didn't want to make her worry. Ashley decides to have fun with Paige and Spinner to get over a breakup, which I think was good. Ashley decided to get out of the house and decided to get out of her head, but she did bring the whole mood down. Sean comes clean about party trouble to his trustee, which I think is really good. To be honest, he's growing up. He's realizing that he can't lie. His trustee will not sign unless the partying is over. But Mr. L still believed in Sean, which was great. And I liked Mr. L when we saw him. And Sean really growing up in that moment and saying, no, I'm done the partying. I really need to get my life under control. Sean goes to fix Snake's car, which is great. And I think even though Snake was mad at him, Sean agreeing to do the labor for free to fix his car was the way that Sean was going to make up for what he did, which I think is good. So I'll say what I was trying to say in the middle of the video. Let me get a bookmark for this. So what I wanted to do today was also film a reaction to the music video that came out today. I have recently become a fan of Lauren Spencer Smith. And I just found out, you know, she's releasing an album. One of the songs she released called That Part, the official music video was coming out today and I was going to react to it. And I still will if I can. The reason I don't know if I can or not is because my power just went out. And when the answering machine was talking, because you know when the power goes out, the answering machine was talking. So I thought that meant that, oh, like the answering machine talking meant that the power came back on. Because sometimes it blinks off and then comes back on. Power has not come back on. The only reason why my computer's up and running is because I'm playing an app on my computer, so it doesn't use internet. But the TV, the red light is not on. The switch came on, but its charging port is off. If I plugged my phone in, it wouldn't be charging. The Wi-Fi is out. My microwave's not on. My refrigerator isn't running. You know, anything with electricity. Like if I tried to turn this fan on, it wouldn't work. And I didn't have the fan on, but if I get hot, I can use this fan that I can also spray water on me with. But yeah, I mean, I can't use my fan at night in my room, which means I'll probably have to sleep down here, but I can't open the windows because the air quality's so bad. Yeah, I just think, usually our power doesn't stay out for long, so it's probably not that big a deal. But yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!